Okay, let's try the kinematic character 2D. Now these demos, apparently they've been around for a while. I knew there were some of them, but I never tried them before, even on 3.5. So that's why, even if they are old, now that I'm trying Godot 4, it's the first time I've seen some of them, but they are apparently updated for Godot 4, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to see a few of them, and then maybe I will start seeing more elaborate projects if they are like available to download or anything. But yeah, let's try the kinematic character 2D demo. So let's see how it works. Okay, so it seems to have an acceleration. You can control speed in the air, so even if you jump straight up, and it seems to be the same acceleration regardless of if you're in the air or the ground. Of course, some basic collisions. There are some basic animations. I wonder if they use the animation player for this stuff. I'm going to guess that pink block over there is the goal. So let's try this. Oh, okay. Can I use the controller? Let's see if I can use the controller. Let me plug it in. I wonder if with the controller stick, if the joystick, I can modulate the character, or if it's just one speed, one acceleration. Oh, okay, they are on the ground buttons. On the D-pad. It seems to have different accelerations depending on, or am I imagining things? I may be imagining it. Maybe it's just one speed. Well, for some reason, all these demos have the wrong configuration for the D-pad. That's something I noticed. Now this one is a little bit difficult because even if most of the character is on the green block, it will stay on the purple block if there's a little bit of the character on the purple block. Okay, I see. I think the controllers could be better, but besides that, it reminds me of a sort of Donkey Kong style game, but without the barrels coming down or the enemies moving around. So a more basic version of Donkey Kong. Okay, so let's see what's in here on the node tree. So the moving platforms are character bodies to this, and they have an animation player. So a lot of kinematic bodies being used, of course, because the character body to this is the new version of the kinematic. The princess is just an area. One way. Which one is one way? Okay, what is this one-way thing? Oh, I think... Can I? Maybe I can jump. It has a one-way. Yeah. So, okay, I see. One-way collision. Okay. Okay, so let's see what else is here. The circle must be, of course, this one. And a basic animation player. I see. Okay, this one has to be a circle collision, of course. So it's a circle collision with this box collision, and the animation player controls both. Now, one funny thing is that it controls both of them independently. It seems. Rotation. Oh, no way. It controls the circle. Okay. It controls the circle. Oh, now this makes more sense. And of course, because these are children of the circle, they will move according to how the circle moves. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. One of the platforms. And then there's the player. Definitely going to check it. But yeah, the player is the only instance, so everything else is part of the scene, and only the princess have a script. And there's a signal probably so that the words appear. Win text. The win text appear. Now the win text is not part of the princess. That's fine. that's not a big deal. I think it will have been maybe easier to grade. Well, I mean, this is not really that. You're just getting the parent, right? You're just getting the parent and the win text. It's just that if the win text will have been, right? All unit will have been really this, right? And each still will work the same, assuming it's on the same position. It's on the same position, so let's try it. It's really not much of a difference in terms of the script. So yeah, it works the same. But they made it so it checks for the parent, for the world. No, for the parent pretty much. And then they show instead of hiding, which toggles the visibility. So it will just toggle the visibility. Show. It's now at the bottom, but that's perfectly fine, because that way the text is going to be on top of everything. That might not have been the intended way, so let's move it. Okay, so let's see what else is here. There's a camera 2D, but it's stationary. Doesn't really follow anything. So yeah, the last thing we should check is the player. Let's save the scene. Let's check the player. So there are some forces being applied, but this is not really a rigid body. This is a kinematic, so they are still adding forces, it seems. Well, let's see. Let's check those calculations. And again, it uses the gravity as set on the project settings. There are no auto loads. Let's go to physics 2D. So 500. The gravity S set, which is 500 right now, as set in the project settings, and everything happens in the physics. Everything happens in the physics process. So let's see what we have here. I get axis. Again, this is a float. So there is definitely an acceleration, it seems to be here, given that there's a multiplication by delta. There's definitely an acceleration going on. Well, that's obvious, just by the way. And the axis, the amount of press, the amount of how hard you press the stick may change how fast it will move. But I really tried a bit and it didn't seem to do that much of a difference. But because they accelerate over time, that might have to do with it. And there's of course a maximum speed. And here's where we apply the gravity. Well, if we just read the comments, everything is going to be there. So it is a move and slide, but it has acceleration and it has modulation. Here's the jump spin is negative because in Godot, in order to go up, you go into the negatives. That way you can just put a positive number here, especially if you are going to export the variable. Right, this is a little bit of a difference in Godot 4. Now it has this symbol you need to put before export. That wasn't the case in 3.5. That's new, but yeah, now I can control the jump speed here. And you know what? Maybe I should control some of the other ones. And see how changing them make a change. Oops. make a change in how it feels, like making it stop immediately. So can I make it stop immediately even if I'm in max speed? It still doesn't stop immediately, but it's pretty, it's definitely faster. So let's try. Can I go this far? Oh yeah, now it feels much faster. What about, let's keep the max speed at the same, but this probably is the acceleration. Walk force. Why not call it acceleration? I think that acceleration and deceleration, or this one can stay stop force, but this one, maybe acceleration will have been a more self-explanatory name, right? Oh yeah, now I can. Now the control is much more direct. Now the control, of course, it still has the same max speed, so you don't go faster. If you wanted to go faster, you needed to change the max speed itself. But by changing, it now feels more like a Mario game. Of course, you can easily change the speed when you're on the air. Yeah, this is another very simple, very easy to understand demo with not much going on. And one that has acceleration and stuff on the character body. And it also makes some use of the animation player. And in the case of the animation player, they are looping. In the case of this one, is activated immediately, but this one is not. So there has to be a script or something that is activating this animation player. I see. So by default, when I open it, probably it shows this one, which is not an autoplay. But yeah, now I was confused. Okay, so it autoplays on both cases, and I'm going to guess it also autoplays. So yeah, very simple demo. Definitely not a fan of the way the character the Kinematicbody, the character body moves. But still worth checking out for the animation stuff, for examples of animations. Let me check something before. What happens if I change, because there are many options here, but if you change, oh, they have different names. One is capture, so call you capture. Now I wonder if the screen, let me get the spinning one. It has, okay, it has 4. What if I change to discrete? Is it going to be like the nearest? Oh, there you go. So it throws me. Jesus. It's instantly changing. So it's just like the nearest option on 3.5. They changed the name. However, the capture one is new. That's like a new feature. So pretty much, if you look at the keys, the keyframes, what it's doing when it's on continuous, it will smoothly go. It will interpolate between the keyframes. It will smoothly go from one to the other, so it changes smoothly, right? Because this one is to the side, so it will change smoothly. With the other option, which used to be called nearest, I think, it's not called discrete, is that it instantly changes to whatever the next one is, without interpolating, without smoothly going from one to the other. That's the difference. But in this demo, everything is smooth. So yeah, I think that let's just leave this demo here for now. Maybe I shouldn't have saved the scenes, because I changed so many things about it. But I like the idea of changing stuff to see how it really works. Anyway, I guess that's it. So this is the Glow demo. Let's try to see what it does. Of course, and it glows. Do I have to move it? Okay. And is that it? Is that everything? Okay. So all you do is move a little bit of the cave to the side. This one seems to be an extremely simple one. But what does the lava say? Okay. I wonder if the level is just for so you can see the controllers. Toggle G. Oh, so that's what it does. And that's all the trick. Really, that will. Hey. Well, okay. So there's a camera 2D, and more environment. Probably that's how you get the glow. And the beach. I'm going to bet that the modulate or self-modulate it's exaggerated. You see that it says RGB 2, the maximum is supposed to be 1, but you can get beyond the maximum. Usually is if you use the raw option. And then it will show you beyond the maximum, because the maximum is usually 255. So 510 is double the maximum. That's why it says 222, and that's how you get the glow. That's how you get to glow in the world with the world environment. Let me see. Environment. And here's the glow. Enable. Yeah. Okay. It enables glow. So beach cave. You're hardly doing anything. Cave limit. Glow map, preload, glow map. I see. So ready bar cave. And here's how you can check for the mouse. And you move the mouse based on the motion. Of course, you need the button to be pressed and the mouse to be moving. And that is obviously regardless of the position of the screen, because there is no position being calculated here. So I can be here and still moving it, and all the way here. Even so, regardless of where you are on the screen, where your mouse is going to work. All the script is looking for is if you have the button pressed and if you're moving the mouse. And only the position X is the one that is moving. And toggle map, and this is the one for the G. I'm willing to bet this is the G one in the input map. toggle glow map G, so that the glow margin, if we're low intensity, so you're pretty much if warm environment glow off, so this is when you turn it off, and this is when you turn it on. So, well, I see. Well, let's see if there's any material or anything interesting going here. You don't have a material. The texture so it doesn't really use materials for anything. So, and then the only reason why the cave is in front is because of this. Because you didn't change the order. If you change it, you make sure that regardless where the cave is, it's on top. But I guess it's unnecessary, because in Godot you render from the top to bottom. So I'm trying to look for something of value here, but yeah, it's just pretty basic demo. I'm not saying much besides these basic things. Oh well, I guess that's it.